It's a beautiful day outside. It's actually like it feels like summer. I'm shocked. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm already like kind of getting used to the fact that it's getting colder and whatnot. Because it was kind of, once it hits nighttime, it gets kind of chilly. You can't lie. So I was already prepared. I was like, all right, it's getting cold, but today is like the complete opposite. It's actually, I don't want to say hot, but it's more summer like than it usually is, to the point where you get confused and you're like, what's going on? Bipolar ass weather, you know. But today, for me, is a rest day. Now, before anybody's like, oh my god, you're taking a rest day, you're not supposed to be taking rest days. A couple things people don't understand or maybe don't know, or if they know, they kind of, you know, stay oblivious to the fact. But let's say, first of all, your body needs time to recover. Your body, no matter what you do, no matter what sport you're in, your body needs time to recover. So, in that sense, you already know you're supposed to be, whether resting a lot, sleeping a lot, having a day off, you need time to rest, right? Now, a lot of people also forget the fact that a lot of, top competitors, whether it's in sports or let's say even in bodybuilding, some of them are on gear. Some of them are on PEDs, so on and so forth. With that being said, you have to understand that due to the fact that they're on PEDs or whatever it is that they're on, they're able to recover way faster than the average, natural human being or average lifter who's natural, right? So you have to understand the fact that you're not going to recover as fast as somebody who's on gear. You know what I mean? And believe it or not, that's just true. You might say like, well, no, I could optimize the way I recover. And you can, but you're never really gonna optimize your recovery like a person who's running gear. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not happening. Because scientifically, if you just look at it, it's not happening. They got way more hormones jumping around. A lot of more. Whether they're on GH or this, that, it doesn't matter. They have just a better chance of recovery, for recovery. So, that's just what it is. You know what I mean? Like, because of that, they're able to do these certain things. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm in a little bit of a conundrum right here on the road, but shouldn't be a big deal. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, I was just, it was a little sidetracking going on over there, but it's okay. We're here. So as I was saying, so basically, yeah, you have to understand that let's say if you're natural, right? You have to realize that you need more time to recover, just because you don't have all this additional help, basically. Help being the gear. So, and if you ever listen to Mike Menser and a lot of other top pro bodybuilders, they always talking about recovery, sleep, eat to get big type of stuff, you know what I mean? And it's true, you know what I mean? Like, especially Mike Menser, if you listen to his stuff, he prefers working out less in the sense of higher intensity but less time, right? But he promotes recovery, as in, he's like, your recovery starts once you start resting, once you start eating, once you sleep, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Everybody knows this, but I'm just trying to get to the point that simply, if you're natural, you need a day off. You know what I'm saying? You need a day off. Whether it's once a week, whether some people do twice, 3 times a week. I read a lot of articles, a lot of, Reddit posts, a lot of people just, going back and forth. And I've seen a lot of different, different routines. Some people taking 3 days off, 2 days off, 1 day. Some people say they don't take any days off. So it's like, me personally, I would say the person taking 1 day off, 2 at most, and I'm not saying I advocate for 2, but 1 day, pretty optimal. Because if you're taking 3 days off, not to say that is not going to bring you any gains, it will, but I just feel like you could use those extra 2 days, right, to just push yourself a little bit harder. Make those extra gains that you might, not have made had you skipped those days. You know what I'm saying? It's really that simple. It's really that simple. So, just try to get that in your head that you need a rest day. You know what I mean? There's no I get the whole hype behind, oh yeah, 7 days a week, I'm in there, I'm going crazy, and that's cool. I applaud the desire, the motivation and whatnot. That's all good. Keep that in check, Cybertruck. Keep that in check, but don't go too crazy where, if you know anything about the law of diminishing returns, it does apply. You know what I mean? It does apply. And that's where Mike Mentor and all of them were coming from. So my whole thing is take a rest day, use that rest day, and I'm not talking about take a rest day as in still go to the gym and just do lighter weight or, do cardio. Cardio is on its own. That's a whole different other topic, which you should be doing cardio. But I'm talking about when you have a rest day, make it an actual rest day beneficially. And when I say beneficially, I mean use that rest day to really, really recover. Like rest, get enough sleep, get all your fluids in, eat. Like I'm talking about eat, eat nice. Not to say that you don't do that the other days, but make sure that specific rest day, plays a part. It's not just a day where everything is just off charts and you're just not doing anything. That's not about that. The rest day you use to optimize the way you recover, as opposed to just waiting in between sets and waiting in between days, like stuff like that. Not even sets in between days. So it's more in a sense of just use those days to actually like recover. Put it to good use. Get some sleep. Maybe take some more time and meal prep. Stuff like that. You know what I mean? Do things that relax you. Whatever that might be for you. Basically actually help your body, stimulate your body to grow, stimulate your body to actually rest and recover. That's what it's about. So, so just remember, always go hard, but also let your body reward you for, the intensity you put on it with the gains. And by doing so, you gotta rest, you gotta recover, you gotta treat your body, you gotta refuel your body. You know what I mean? So it's really simple. Now, obviously, when it comes to gear and whatnot, Arnie and a lot of other bodybuilders, I know specifically Arnie too. He likes to do a lot of sets. He does like this and that and the third and the fifth. Like he does. I'm talking about all kinds of movements, all kinds of exercises. And I've personally heard from a lot of people like, oh well, Arnie did that. I'm like, you do realize that Arnie was, he was on juice. You know what I'm saying? He was on juice. And not to say that if he wouldn't be able to do that. But the thing is, he does it because he knows he'll be able to recover from it faster than, natural person, or if he wasn't on gear. You know what I mean? So for him to do that, maybe the 8th, 9th, 10th set, my bad, didn't really do anything for him, right? Maybe he just got him more tired, more exhausted and whatnot. But the fact that he's on gear helped him recover from those 8 to 10 sets that he did way faster than an average person and a natural person. And a natural person, if he does 8 to 10 sets, let's say, right, the same amount of volume that Arnie did, right? Let's say he did the same thing. Now, first of all, the law of diminishing returns would definitely apply in a sense of it would probably weigh in a lot more because you're natural, so you can only really grow so much in a certain period of time, as opposed to when you're on gear. You could actually, depends on what you take and this and that, how much you're dialed in, really could, the amount of gains you can make can really fluctuate depending on how locked in and dialed in you are. So, you know what I mean? So, but at the end of the day, if you really think about it, like if you boil it all down to one point, it all comes down to you still have to be locked in and dialed in. You know what I mean? If you slack on anything, right? If you slack on any aspect of, growing your body, and I even mean rest, sleep, fluids, food, just taking care of yourself, if you slack on any department in that area, in that, field, your results are not going to be where you want them to be, because it just makes sense. Like, if 1 plus 1 is 2, right? You take away the 1, right? You're not having 2 no more, because you're just having 1, because it's just by itself now. You can't have 2 without the other 1. So same thing here. It's like, if you want to achieve a certain goal, or if you want to look fucking nasty, or you want to weigh a certain amount, whether you want to be fucking mass monster, mean and lean, whatever it is that you want to do, right? You have to be fucking dialed in. You have to lock in. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't do something objectively towards that goal, you're not reaching that goal. You know what I mean? Think about it as a video game. You have your first objective, right? Before you complete, if you don't complete that objective, you're not moving on in the game, in a sense of you're not going to get the next objective. You're not going to complete the final mission and whatnot, because you're not completing the first one. So in a sense, it's the same thing here. Everything applies to each other. You know what I mean? Everything applies to each other. If you don't do one thing towards whatever it is that you want to do, right? If you slack on it, it's not going to happen. You're not going to get to where you want to go, because you're not putting in what's required to get to where you want to be. You know what I mean? So it's really that simple. Like, and I know a lot of people find it kind of hard to grasp that, that mentality, that understanding, or some people just don't get it, and that's fine. I mean, fine for them, like, inherently, you know what I mean? But in the long run, it's like, you got to understand, like, especially if you're somebody who wants to get big, goes to the gym, wants to see some sort of results, you work out, like, you're talking, like, I'm not talking about you just doing random crapola. I'm talking about, like, you actually hit the gym, you actually, you're over there fucking blasting pre-workout, fucking blasting whatever you are, right? There's no way you're doing all that just fucking, because you want to get out the house, I mean, getting out the house to go to the gym is a whole different story. I'm talking about specifically just because you don't want to be at home right now, so let me just go spend some time in the gym. You're definitely there to fucking make gains, to look fucking good, to achieve a certain goal. You know what I mean? Strength, physique, whatever it is that you're doing, don't matter. You know what I mean? It just all fucking boils down to being locked in. And if you're not fucking locked in, it's just like it fucking exhausts me to fucking talk about it, because it's like I can't even, it's so comprehensible to me that trying to explain it is fucking, like, it's tense. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that hard to understand. You need to be locked in all the way in order to achieve whatever you want to achieve. You can't just be like, oh, well, I'm gonna do this and not that and not that. You have to do fucking everything, man. You have to do everything. Talk about from A through Z. You know what I mean? And when you do that, not only, listen to this, I think this is the best part, and this is the way I think about it. If you don't, like, no, excuse me. If you achieve whatever you want to achieve, and you get to wherever you want to fucking get to, right? Not only do you get to where you want to get to, right, and you achieve what you want to achieve, right, and you get this, like, satisfaction from being like, oh yeah, I got there, but you will also have the satisfaction from knowing that you did it. Not just from the fucking rewards and whatever benefits you got from what you were doing, but the fact that you were able to take yourself and do that. Apply yourself and do that. You know what I mean? Like, whether you had to diet down and fucking suffer for a couple months, or whether you had to bulk up and fucking stuff your face, right? Shit like that, or sweating in the fucking gym, going hard, fucking feeling dizzy. I mean, I can go on. I can fucking go on, right? But what I'm trying to get at is, it just all boils down to, once you lock in, it becomes so fucking easy. It really becomes so fucking easy. Like, you just gotta do it, man. You just gotta do it. And when you do it, you'll know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, you'll know. Like, it's a good fucking feeling. You'll fucking know. Trust me. Trust me. But, But to those people who do know, and this is like this was like a rest day video. I'm actually going to the AutoZone so I can replace the battery in my key fob, just because they're running low. So I'm just like, you know what? Let me just replace them, because I did notice my keys were kind of like laggy. Like sometimes they wouldn't really click and whatnot. So I didn't really know what was going on. But you know, that's pretty much what it was. So I'm pretty much going over there, change the battery, go do that, come back, make my meals, because I actually didn't prep my one of my meals yet, so I'm gonna go and do that. But yeah, rest days, man. Enjoy them, use them to your advantage. Take them if you really feel like you need them. Like obviously, if you're sick, to the point where you can't fucking move, you got a fever, you're fucking sweating, cold, shivers, this, that. Obviously, don't fucking go to the gym. Stay home, recover, rest. In that sense, take care of yourself, get better. You know, or anything. There's a lot of things that can happen. Family occasions, and I'm not talking about like going out to dinner. That's a different topic on its own. But I'm talking about like some emergencies, God forbid. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Things come up. Things come up over time. So in those instances, yes, you can make the excuse, but as long as you get on track right away the next day, you know what I mean? Don't let that 1 day delay, right, roll over into the second day and the third, and then it's just like a snowball effect into loss of fucking gains. You know what I mean? You don't want that. You want to constantly, you want to keep yourself on track. That's the way to do it. So rest day is pretty cool. Like, I try not to do too much on a rest day. You know what I mean? I'll just handle a couple things here and there. Nothing serious. I actually use that time to recover. I'll actually even maybe take a nap during the day. Get some more sleep than usual, and make sure I'm fully hydrated and whatnot. So then for tomorrow, with your shoulders, I'm fully, I'm good to go. I'm fully loaded, fluids, food, everything. You know what I mean? So I'm ready for tomorrow, enough rest and all that. So that's the way to do it. You know what I mean? If you don't do that, you're gonna see the performance at the gym when you go. You'll see it's gonna start to, not, I don't want to say decline. You're gonna see the difference from day 1 to day 2 of, let's say you slacked off. Day 2, you will notice. You'll be like, oh, I feel weaker in the gym. Like shit like that. You know what I mean? You're gonna notice certain changes. You're like, I should have fucking slept a little longer. I should have ate more. A lot of things basically as to like, what could, the changes you could see at the gym. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much that. So it's very easy to see. And believe it or not, some people actually learn on their own mistakes as well. Like they'll fuck up a few times. Do this, do that, go out, fucking get fucked up, or not eat enough, or fucking not sleep enough, or whatever it is. Something you didn't do enough of, right? And the next day, you'll fucking notice. You're gonna go to the gym, you'll fucking notice. You know what I mean? It's simple. Your body reacts to those things, and it's gonna tell you like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I'm not ready to do this. I'm fucked up right now. And maybe you mentally want to do this, but your body's like, fuck off. Your body's like, fuck off. I'm not doing this. You know what I mean? I'm not ready right now. I'm not physically capable. So, that's what it is. Eat your fucking meals, do your cardio, go hard in the fucking gym, don't slack, keep everything in check, everything from A through Z, so you can go to sleep at night, after a nice bowl of cereal or a nice fucking glass of chalky milk, right? So you can go to sleep with the peace of mind that you did everything that it took today for tomorrow, and for future endeavors, and for your future fucking goals, and for all the future steps that you're about to take towards your goal that you want to achieve, to the other reality that you want to fucking reach. You know what I'm saying? So just go hard, give it. I know saying 200% is like, oh well, that's something. Give it, give it your all. You know what I'm saying? Give it till you're like, oh, I don't think I could even go harder. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's supposed to be. So, keep all those things in check. Do your thing. Rest on your fucking rest days. Use it to your advantage. Let's fucking grow. You know what I mean? And I will see you guys tomorrow for fucking shoulders, and we're gonna fucking grow some muscles, man. So I'll see you then.